We're here with a man that's been out since 2019 after a very serious injury. Came here tonight, he boxed toe to toe, he didn't give an inch. He's sitting here in this chair, and I think the biggest achievement about Joshua Lupia here tonight is the fact that he actually got into a boxing ring. Josh, how are you feeling right now?
I feel good. It was like a tough comeback, but being here and everything like that, it hasn't really set in yet that I'm actually back. It doesn't feel like it, you know what I'm saying? It was such a long recovery. I don't feel like I'm back, but it feels great that I got 3 rounds in, got a knockout.
I really hope you took in everything there tonight. Sometimes when you finish a fight, it's hard to remember certain things. Yeah. Luckily, we have wizards like Killian here right now. You're going to be able to watch this back. But the fact that you are actually in this ring tonight, that's bigger than your victory. Am I right?
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, getting back in the ring was just huge, right? We were talking about before. I wasn't supposed to walk again. I almost died. So getting back in the ring and proving a lot of people wrong was one thing, and then getting a win's the other. Yeah, I wish I took it in a little bit more because I wanted that nicer knockout. I felt I was I'm not looking that impressive right now, but that's all going to come.
I think you're being a bit modest because this man, as you see back in the videos, he controlled the fight for most of it. It was toe-to-toe, but you still held the center a lot of that fight, and you stayed very cool, calm, and collected. What was going through your mind? This is your first time in the ring since 2019. Yeah. You are on top, but this guy is not letting up. What's going through your mind to drive you through?
I was just staying composed and just all the training, sparring, all that stuff. Just staying composed. That's all I knew. I was I'm in great shape. I knew I could go 6 rounds, so I didn't want to look for that knockout. I wanted to stay composed, get those rounds in, start working on my jab, and then once my jab started firing, that's when I started feeling better towards the end of the second round. And then, when I caught him with that left hook, I was like, "Fuck, get back up," so I can, put you down one more time, a little bit better, a little bit cleaner. But yeah, I can't complain. I controlled the whole fight. I didn't get hit really at all. I think I got hit with maybe one jab, but yeah, gotta go back to the drawing board. Just fix
the fight. Kind of ended a bit unorthodox in a way, but you just took it all in. And what was going through your mind at that moment? That again, you've been out for so long. We had a little thing called COVID in between, and your celebration of actually getting into the ring. Then it comes that you've won it. How are you feeling right then? What are you thinking?
Basically, fuck everybody. That was doubting me. A lot of people were talking shit after I got shot. And I'm not gonna forget about that. But most of them were saying I'm done for sure. And if you looked at my leg at the time, I wouldn't say you were wrong.
What were the injuries on your leg?
The bullet went through my artery. That was the first injury. So they did an artery bypass surgery, and then I got compartment syndrome 3 days later. So they cut these. They're called fasciotomies. They're these big holes on each side of your calf. So I didn't have calves, basically. I just had big holes. They did it at bedside. I felt everything. I wasn't out or nothing like that for that. My girlfriend watched that, and then a bunch of nurses and shit. And then I got infected. I had MRSA. So all those 3 times with the artery bypass, the compartment syndrome, and the MRSA, they wanted to amputate my leg. That was if this don't work, we're amputating it. So I was up and down, emotional roller coaster. This was all in a 1.5 month stretch. But then they got the infection out. When they took it out, they said the infection sac was the size of a golf ball, the MRSA thing. So they cut 2 inches deep again down on my left side of the calf where the fasciotomies were originally cut. That was a 1.5 months later. And then I just was a long road to recovery starting in January 2021. Just physio, chiro, massaging, hyperbaric oxygen treatment, everything. And then December of 2021, I went to Manhattan, went to the best orthopedic surgeon in U.S., and Dr. O'Malley, and he came up with a plan to help my ankle because I had no movement, no rotation, no toe movement. And
the muscle was damaged too.
Everything was destroyed, all tendons, everything. So he came up with this plan, put a bunch of stuff together, and he told me, he's like, "Are you ready whenever?" I was like, "I'm ready whenever." He called me up. He's like, "Are you ready in 4 days?" I was like, "Yeah." Sent me the bill. We went from there, and then I got huge progress after that surgery. And then I went out to see another doctor out in Jupiter, Florida for recovery. His name's Dr. Greg Larrabee, and his tech and his methods took me to another level of recovery. So I was working with him at the beginning of camp, and then I look forward to go seeing him again soon. Yeah, recovery's not over still. I'm gonna be rehabbing this for the rest of my life. So
I gotta ask, what did the medical staff say to you when probably the first thing from talking to you that came out of your mind is, "I'm going back boxing"? What did they say to you?
Yeah, they kind of just not trying to put me down or nothing like that, but they obviously knew I wasn't, or they would like just kind of like when I would be like, nah, I'm getting out of here. Like after I got shot, I was like, I'll be out of here in 3 days. You know, I was like, I need to get back in the ring, blah blah blah. And then once it got really bad, they just wouldn't even talk about sports. They wouldn't talk about athleticism, walking, like anything. Like,
was that the main focus was walking? You had to learn how to walk.
Walker, man. I was in a walker for about a month and a half. Well, no, 2 months. And then even when I got out of the walker, I was in a crutch, and I should have been walking with like a cane, and I just like ditched the crutch, and I was walking like the biggest limp, and like my leg was like just basically like a stiff leg. And like Lee seen me during that time. Lee was like, "Fuck," and I was like telling Lee, I was like, "Oh, I'm getting back." Like, I gotta
sign me up to fuck.
Yeah, I was like, I gotta make a recovery. Lee was like, all right. Like Sammy was there too, Sammy Vargas, and we were at Lee's condo. And I was in rough shape, but my hair was all grown out. Like I had a fucking huge beard. I just looked.
There's no excuse for growing your hair out now.
Yeah.
Like, you know, no need for that.
No, I just looked like shit. And
that was just your hair. That wasn't even your leg.
Yeah, that was my leg. Like my leg was wrapped up so much because like the wounds still weren't healed. Like I still had those holes on each side of my.
But your
calves.
hair looked worse.
Yeah. So I'm limping around Lee's condo, like telling them I'm coming back, and yeah, they were like motivational about it. Like they weren't like put me down or nothing. They're like, yeah, let's do it. And then, yeah, once I started getting the progress, that's when it was like, once I started seeing like the light, and that was like end of summer of 2021. I was like, man, I actually could get back. It's like great.
I'm so impressed.
Around that time, I was telling surgeons like I need to get back to. I was telling them my foot don't work, my toes don't work. I was like, we got to do a surgery and figure that out. And 2 orthopedic surgeons in Canada were like, it is what it is. Like what you got, be happy you got your leg. I was just like, man, fuck you guys.
Jesus Christ.
So like, yeah, but he was like, be happy you got your leg. Like you're never gonna do anything athletic in your life. He's like, you're lucky enough if you walk with a limp. I was like, whatever. I actually listened, like not listened to him, but I was like, when I first said that, I was.
You
like,
must have inspirational people you were listening to at this moment in time, because I mean, unless you're actually superhuman, that you could just say, I fuck this.
Yeah, no.
I'm going walking again. No. Not that. I'm going into the boxing ring.
Yeah,
what was going through your mind?
I was fucking negative. I was negative. My girlfriend would get pissed. My sister would get pissed. They'd be like, man, you gotta be positive. They were telling me like, you gotta be positive. I was like,
but that's not what you want to hear at that time.
I was like,
either.
be positive. I was like, bro, like just be realistic. I was like, look at my fucking leg. You know, I was like, it's done. Like, you know, there's giant holes in it. I know my toes aren't working, my foot's not working. I was like, let's be realistic. I was like, I'm gonna do my best to get back, but
you were on your toes tonight, man. You were on your toes.
Yeah, the leg didn't
controlling the center of the ring.
I've been doing 9-round sparring out in Cali.
How important now after like still like you exerted yourself tonight? Like, have you a method? Have you a routine now? Maybe salted baths, ice baths, or what sort of routine are you going to go back to? Because there's no boxer out there. Maybe there is, but you appreciate your body 10 times more than you ever did, 100 times more than you ever did before this happened. So you must have a tough regiment now to rehab after every fight, cool down properly.
Yeah, my whole life is rehab basically. So like I see like LeBron James, Tom Brady, they spend like $1 million a year on their body, like rehabbing it, whatever it is, like, you know. So
we need some sponsors.
So yeah, I got to start making some money. I want to spend, obviously I can't spend $1 million a year, but I want to spend as much as I can on my body and invest in that, because I've invested a lot of money into this leg and I got where I got. So that shit works. So I'm going to do that the rest of my career. And I got my routine.
I just think you're a spokesperson for people that go through anything from car accidents to any issues that they have in their life. Just because you're a boxer, you can still be relatable to anyone that goes through tough times. It could be cancer, it could be anything. Yeah. A very good friend of mine, he had heart surgery and he's still fucking standing here today. But anyways, I just think if there's anyone you want to send a final message to in terms of, you know, thanking for, you know, maybe your close family that helped you get through this, but I think you're an absolute inspiration, Josh. Like, fair play to you, man. Like, next level mentality. But anyway, if there's anyone that you want to say thanks to, just do it now, man. You had a great support here tonight too. The crowd were lifting the rafters for you out there, man. Yeah. And that must have drove you through too.
I know. I love to I missed it. Seeing all the people that came out still supporting me,
giving you a rush.
Yeah, after 3 years, you know, all the drama, all that stuff, and then they're still out here supporting me no matter what. Like, even if I fucking win or lose, they're gonna be out here.
Neon pink shorts. That's what this man was wearing. Yeah. What was the thinking behind those?
Huh? Well, I was sponsored by a strip. Like, I'm sponsored by a strip club. And
well, you might as well tell the guys who they are.
Yeah, Sundowner. Like, I was sponsored by them for years, so we made the pink shorts, and then. This fight we were actually supposed to make different shorts. We just didn't get them done in time. So I was like, go back to the pink, and we'll throw back all my sponsors on the pink ones. And
I think the pink is a lucky color.
Yeah, I got a bunch of pink sweaters, man. I made like like 3 years ago, like my last fight, I made like 300 and something pink sweaters, and then they all sold. So like the pink was like a fucking, everybody loved it. So.
Oh, and on that point too, you got to see the back of this man's top. You got to tell us about it. Get a shot of this.
Yeah.
All right, tell us about this top.
So at first I was gonna do.
It's beautiful. Hey, by the way, where we come from back home, that's over every mantelpiece, especially your grandparents' house. So you got to tell us about this, right?
So at first I wanted to do like a scripture on the sweater for like something like for returning or something like that, and then Revelation 19 came into my head, and that's the return of the King. So I was like, all right, I got this tattoo of Jesus on me, and I was like, why don't we put Jesus on the back? And then I looked up some pictures, and then I found this one. I was like, what if we put the whole picture with the blue background and everything like that? My buddies and I, we went over it, and we just rolled with it, and we put Revelation 19 on the script up here, and then the date
What
of
does
the
Revelation
fight,
19 mean?
the return of the King. And we put Jesus on the back. You gotta, without,
There's a lot of power.
Yeah, without
King
like,
Josh and
having
Jesus.
having faith and praying, like during those times, like that helps a lot. Helps keep you positive, puts you in a better mind state. Yeah, you can't just be negative and doing that shit. So that helped out huge. Yeah.
Josh, as we say at home, Jesus Christ Almighty. This is a great interview.
But yeah, I'd like to thank
Jesus on the back, King Josh. Say it there.
I'd like to thank Lee Baxter first, and then you got my coach Marco Contreras and Billy Martin, and all my friends and family, my girlfriend. Got everybody, man. Like everyone here, man. Andrew, everybody that helped me in this path to get back. So
Jesus.
Yeah, Jesus. I'm sure I'm forgetting people. Whoever I'm forgetting, I don't mean to leave you out.
Sponsors.
Yeah, all my sponsors, and then I got Bruce Chris, Sundowner, Copacabana, Wildfire, and then I also like to thank my doctors, Dr. Greg Larrabee, Dr. Martin J. O'Malley, my physio, Chris Laney, my strength and conditioning trainer, David Powell. And there's some more out there I might be forgetting, but those are the main people that were all with me every day, every week, so they helped. They're a huge part of this. We lived together basically in this recovery, so yeah.
You're inspirational. Thanks very much for the chat.
Thank you for having me on.
Appreciate it, Josh.
Appreciate it.